right, Shalom. I want to start off as always, man, by giving our praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love to the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And real quick, man, in my morning's lesson here, I know it's kind of evening time by now, but just making it back from my trip I had. So I didn't get a chance to get to work in this morning. Had some stuff to do while I was traveling, but nevertheless got a chance to get in this video. But these are some things that I have been seeing, the past few days, man. I actually left my computer in Houston. All right. That was a little mistake. But, nevertheless, man, just getting a chance to catch up on some recent news. All right. It's been a lot going on. And I'm off today. So, Lord willing, I'm going to get a chance to go into a few videos today, Lord willing. Depending on how the spirit be, but I got about four lessons planned, bro, since I left my computer at home. But we'll see, man. First thing I wanted to deal with here, though, is this is from CNA, all right, which is a Singaporean news station, all right. And as you can see here, the title of this video reads, Russia to persuade BRICS allies to end dollar dominance at upcoming summit. And if you've been paying attention, all right, to the news, to everything that's going on, you know that these summits are coming up, all right, as of tomorrow. The BRICS summit starts tomorrow, something I spoke about a few times, way before it came about, like I did with the Summit of the Future that came out. That happened in September of 2024. But these nations, man, all right, they're gathering to so-called end the dominance of the U.S. dollar. When the U.S. dollar is no longer dominant, pretty much every economy around the world will collapse, which is the plans of the elites anyway, all right, is to collapse all these economies and get them on one system, which will be that MOTB system, all right? I know we sound like a broken record, because we're constantly going through this information, but this is prophecy, man. And it's a major prophecy that's going to take place in our times. And so it is our duty as watchmen to constantly go into this information, to constantly give updates, all right, keep it fresh on your mind so that you can see what's going on, man, all right? This summit won't be talked about on World Star Hip Hop, right? Or, Say Cheese TV. Whatever you watch on Instagram, they ain't going to talk about it, all right? You may see it on TikTok, or maybe a short or two, but most people don't know about this summit, all right? But this is a serious thing, man. And pretty much what the elites is doing, all right, they're using BRICS, to gather all the nations that are not a part of NATO, right, the EU. They're pretty much gathering all them nations together, and they're going to get them under the MOTB system, man, okay? Russia is the spearhead of the BRICS, all right? Like America is the spearhead of NATO, okay? She's the whore that rides the beast, all right? But I'm going to get into this here, man. This is very interesting, bro, all right? And Lord willing, I'm going to try to catch some of that summit tomorrow, just see what they're talking about. But here we go.
In the face of Western sanctions, Russia has been trying to persuade its allies to adopt an alternative to the dollar for international payments. At a BRICS summit this week, Moscow is expected to try and convince a growing club of developing economy allies that it is immune from Western attempts to isolate it and call for other countries to join its attempt to overhaul the global financial system. Nasha Ternachova reports.
Overturning the dominance of the US dollar. That's Russia's central aim this week at a gathering of friends in the Russian city of Kazan. The list of allies is getting longer. What used to be a club of just 5 global heavyweights, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, now includes a total of 10 members, with 34 others waiting in the queue. As momentum builds to expand this so-called counterweight bloc to the West, Russian President Vladimir Putin hopes he has the support to take on the West's dominance of the global economy.
Убежден, что действуя вместе, сплоченно, мы сможем добиться максимальной реализации экономического, инвестиционного, технологического и человеческого потенциалов наших стран, укрепить конструктивное влияние БРИКС на мировые процессы, сделать мир, в котором мы живем, более безопасным и гораздо более гармоничным.
President Putin's attempt to reduce his country's dependence on the dollar for cross-border payments comes after the imposition of wide-ranging sanctions by Western countries in response to Russia's 2022 special military operation in Ukraine. The penalties, which include the freezing of foreign currency reserves and assets, have made it increasingly hard for Moscow to settle trade payments, even with its close ally, China. And it hopes its proposed alternative will solve those issues. But just like any bloc involving multiple partners, achieving a united voice on most issues remains elusive. It is also not yet clear how many countries explicitly support an alternative to a dollar-based financial system.
I think that first of all, BRICS had to know how to sit together when twice as large countries now present in BRICS body. And previously of any enlargement, the major points should be settled down. First of all, it's alternative paying system.
Perhaps conscious that building support for an alternative to the dollar might be challenging, Moscow has an interim proposal, a so-called bridging payment system for digital transactions set in individual national currencies that would be immune from Western control.
Heard that? I know it might be kind of choppy, but this new payment system that the BRICS nation will be using is going to be digital. What a coincidence, right? It's going to be a digital-based currency, right? Matter of fact, it's going to be central bank digital currencies to where they can use cross-border payments and yada, 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 all right? Well, eventually, right, NATO and their members will be using a CBDC. It's going to be under the same damn system. It just got, BRICS on this side and, NATO so-called on this side. It's the same damn thing, man. All right? It's the same thing. Putin ain't come with nothing new, They ain't finna change a damn thing. They're all getting prepared for the MOTB system, man. All right? Don't be fooled by all this, the end of the dollar. Look, man, once the MOTB system come, yes, there won't be one nation whose currency that is dominant. So eventually, the dollar dominance will end. But they're coming with a new payment system where the playing ground is going to be equal amongst all the nations, which will be the MOTB system. All right. Now, I want to play this one here as well. This is, I stopped at 250 on this one, but I want to play this one here as well from We On News. All right. And We On News, to me, as I said before, they're like the new RT News, right? I remember, a couple of years ago, when Russia TV was allowed in America, man, they were the go-to for news, right? For info, for things that Western media wouldn't talk about. But now we don't have access to Russia Today news, all right? We have access to the articles, but as far as the news broadcast, we don't have access to it here in America because of what they so-called did to Ukraine or are doing in Ukraine, right? But I had came across We On News, man, a couple of years ago, and they're legit, bro. Okay, they're the new RT News, man. So if you ain't subscribed to to We On News, I have the app. I highly suggest downloading it, man. Hey, man, Salakia, I'm not sure why this thing is choppy for. What the hell is going on? I don't know why it's so choppy. Let's see here the title of the video, Salakia. It says Russia proposes IMF alternative. Can BRICS set a new world order? They're gonna be a part of it. They ain't setting a damn thing. Stop it with the madness, bro. they ain't setting no new world order, bro. Okay. And as you see here, CNA Insider, it says, will a bigger BRICS usurp the U.S.-led world order? All right. Now, I remember a statement that was, okay, good. The water. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabbat Thumb. To you brothers and sisters who may be tuning in. Okay. Choppy, but audio still. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell going on, man. But I do remember Joe Biden, all right, that old babbling fool. I remember, I think it was earlier last year, he said that a new world order is upon us and we need to lead it. He said those exact words, all right? You can go on YouTube and find the video. He said they want to lead the new world order, right, as a nation. And I remember the elder brother Ariella from Dallas, he said them nations, all right, is going to be fighting for control in that new system, which is going to lead to World War III. Okay. I remember he said it, like a while back, and that stuck in my mind. So when he said that, and then, on down the line, Joe Biden said what he said, I said, damn, that was the spirit. They're going to fight for control in this new system, all right, to be the top, organization, I guess. You got BRICS, and you got, NATO and whatnot, but they're going to fight for it, man. And Lord willing, man, I'm going to get a chance. I'm going to watch this video here to see what they're talking about, grab some nuggets out of there. But this is, hey, man, this is beautiful, man. All right, I'm excited. A lot is going on. Here we go.
Is BRICS becoming the new United Nations? The reason we are asking that question is because ahead of the BRICS summit later this month, Russia, which chairs the BRICS group this year, has called on its partners to create an alternative to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. Why is that, you ask? Because it is mostly controlled by the West. So basically, Russia has proposed that an alternative to the IMF be established to try and counter political pressure from Western countries. Established with the intention of being a geopolitical and geo-economic counterweight to the West, BRICS is fast emerging as a formidable bloc with economic might. Here's what Russia is proposing, essentially. Russia is proposing altering the mechanisms for cross-border payments among BRICS countries. This way, the members can bypass the global financial system. How will that help, you ask? It will help protect these economies from the effects of sanctions imposed by the Western countries. So what is Russia suggesting BRICS do instead? Creating a network of commercial banks within BRICS countries that can enable transactions in local currencies. And this would, in a way, lessen reliance on the US dollar and other major currencies that are controlled by the global financial system. By focusing on using local currencies, Russia aims to create a more self-sufficient financial infrastructure that is resistant to sanctions. The question is what Russia is proposing. Is it possible? And to answer that, we need to first ask, what does BRICS really represent? It represents emerging market economies of the world, countries that for so long have been marginalized in a way by the West. What started out as 5 countries today represents some of the biggest decision makers of the world economy now. And the list of countries joining the bloc is also growing. Have a look at these numbers on your screen for now. According to data by...
All right. That choppy sound is pissing me off, man. It really is. Okay. Lord willing, I don't know what's going on. It'll get fixed, though. But yeah, man, they're getting ready, okay? A change is about to come. This is something that we've been saying for the longest. I know a phrase I've been saying is that life as we know it is about to change drastically, okay? They're going to do away with this current system, bro. And it's all set up and playing that way, all right? Because the BRICS nation came about from a guy who's a part of the IMF, a Edomite. He came up with the BRICS nations, so they're all juiced in. Don't pay attention to all the. They're juiced in, bro. Okay, it's only a matter of time, man. That system, which is the MOTB system, is going to be for everybody. Okay, it won't be nothing separate. All right, that they're using. Prophecy don't say that. Prophecy said they're going to be under one system. Okay, we can read it. We can read it right here. Revelation 13:16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. So it's going to be one system that all nations will use. Okay, I don't give a damn what title they're under. I don't give a damn what it is. They're going to all be under one system, bro. And why did they choose to go digital? Why is the BRIC nations choosing to go digital? Okay. Why? Because they're getting prepared. That's why. You ain't fooling nobody, Russia or China, whoever you may be. All right. And look, you know China juiced in. China. Hey, look, China is ahead of everybody, bro. Like, they already got their digital currencies up and running already. America is way behind. Also, the EU, right? NATO, they're behind. Shit, China hit everybody when it comes to using digital currencies, man. You know? But they're going to all be under one system, okay? Plain and simple. And moving on here to this video from Jason A. All right. I'm watching this last night. I was in Mississippi. What the hell? Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a good video here, man. Pretty much goes into what China has been doing as of lately, and pretty much how they become a strong nation, man. All right, because China wasn't as strong as it is now. Okay, they were considered weak, but now China is a superpower. All right, they are a superpower and a force to be reckoned with. They really got a 1 million man army, you know, shit, probably more than 1 million. But they're boosting up their nuclear arsenal, their warships. All right, it's a lot going on, man. So I'm gonna play a little bit here of this video, and then I'll grab something in Joel and close out. So here we go.
About underwriting the enemy, you started out with that ICBM launch. You know, Maria, that's a war signal. That's the second war signal that we've gotten from China in the last 10 days, which means that Xi Jinping is about to do something truly horrendous. We're heading into perhaps the worst moment in history.
Unbelievable.
Chinese President Xi Jinping is escalating his push for military dominance, urging China's armed forces to ramp up their preparedness for war, just days after Beijing's latest show of military might.
We are following a developing story this morning. For the first time ever, 2 Chinese military planes have been intercepted in international waters near Alaska. That's according to the North American Aerospace Defense Command. The Chinese bombers were accompanied by 2 Russian long-range bombers yesterday. U.S. and Canadian fighter jets were sent up in response, but things ended without incident.
Соединенные Штаты опоздали лет на 15. Они не смогут остановить развитие Китая. Это невозможно сделать, так же, как вот невозможно сказать солнцу: не вставай. Оно все равно поднимется.
Это как раз сейчас перемены, которые не было в течение 100 лет. Как вместе двигать эти перемены? Переключите, пожалуйста, дорогой друг.
Louis, Russian military activity has been common in this region, but having Chinese planes there is unusual. So what are officials saying about that?
And it is very unusual, which is one of the reasons why the NORAD actually pushed out this information really, really quickly. We have heard of Russian intercepts for years. You're seeing some of those pictures right now on your screen. But it is very uncommon. Actually, this is the first time that Chinese aircraft have accompanied Russian bombers in these flights off the coast of Alaska. Now, we're talking about several hundred miles off the coast of Alaska, but still, it's enough to trigger an intercept by U.S. and Canadian fighter aircraft to try to get visual confirmation of who they are when they enter this area. But it's really uncommon, and it kind of shows the growing bonds between both China and Russia militarily. This is something that developed after that we've seen increasing with more frequency after Russia's invasion of Ukraine 2 years ago. But this is, again, the most visible scene that we've seen. So far of this growing military cooperation between both countries.
But Xi Jinping has been hosting President Putin in a sort of state visit only last week. and they've talked about their sort of limitless partnership. Now, Xi Jinping wants to change the world order, the US-led world order. That resonates with President Putin. And also, China's very interested in how Putin's getting on with the invasion of Ukraine, because although the West has been involved to provide ammunition and weapons, it hasn't directly intervened. And all of that will inform Xi Jinping's judgment about whether to go into Taiwan.
Yu also warns of an alliance brewing between China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea.
They're working together, that's for sure. Whether that's an axis or an alliance, but certainly there are symptoms, signs that they're working together.
China says it's ended a military exercise in which its armed forces conducted large-scale drills surrounding Taiwan.
China publishing maps indicating that its forces were surrounding the whole island.
Videos of the exercise, which were shared widely on Chinese social media, show the scope and scale of what China deployed, including a blockade on key ports.
Beijing said the drills, thought to be the biggest yet, were a warning to those in Taiwan who want independence. It's thought to be a reaction to a strident speech by Taiwan's president, Lai Ching-te, who said his government would not accept Chinese control. China sees Taiwan as a breakaway province, but the island sees itself as distinct and has its own government and military.
In a single day, the drills involved a record 125 Chinese military aircraft and 34 naval vessels, including the aircraft carrier Liaoning, and condemned China for what officials called unreasonable provocation.
We also need to stay calm and confident to prevail in the struggle between democracy and authoritarianism.
Okay, man, that's enough. But China is a force to be reckoned with. All right, and them being in alliance with Russia makes them even more stronger. You know. And ultimately, it's just prophecy, man. All right? That's all it is. It's just prophecy. And these nations will be used, all right, to bring destruction on Babylon the Great. That's all. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, okay? They all got nuclear missiles, bro. All right? If you don't think that Iran have nuclear missiles, you're crazy. They got them, okay? They got them. And America know they got them. That's why they're hell-bent on trying to destroy them. But that wouldn't be wise to do because we all know that Russia is going to back them. And I remember the Apostle Hart saying, you know, a while back, he was like, once the U.S. invades Iran or the small hats do it, all bets are off. And if you look at a map, man, okay, America got U.S. bases surrounding. I mean, they have Iran surrounded, bro. Okay. But the Iranians can still destroy those military bases, all right? But there's a lot of them. And they got them surrounded, bro. You know? But this thing gonna continue to heat up, man. All right? And eventually, it's gonna get physical between these powerhouses, right? These big nations, man. You know? So I'll close out there. Okay. This is Joel chapter 3. This is Revelation 16, right, about Armageddon. We're here, you know. So just keep your head on a swivel, man. I'll close out there. I got some stuff to go do. Lord willing, is that fine? All praise Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Chakadash. Shalom. Shalom.